bless the Lord. Today, November 21st, a memorable feast of presentation of Mary in the temple, a day dear to presentation sisters. I am very happy to wish each one of you a graceful feast of presentation in fraternity with sisters of presentation all over the world.
Today, little Mary ascends the steps to the heights of self-surrender and descends to the plains to a life of self-giving. The richness of the mystery of presentation impels us to live fully our consecration and to be available to the call to serve the humanity.
Behold the handmaid of the Lord.
Mary generously accepted the most difficult mission offered to her. With this, the human race may be saved. And Mary pronounces her big word, her echomi, her fiat, thus opening the door to the history of incarnation and redemption. Here we can see the collaboration of the human race for the salvation of the humanity. Like Mary, our mother, let us also try to say this big hold in our daily life, submitting completely ourselves to God's will. Mary's big hold, it means a Lord to me throughout my life. Her faith and love of God inspires and amazes me. She completely casts herself to God and to His will. So, my dear sisters, I take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy feast of presentation. May Mary, our mother and model, bestow many graces and blessings from heaven and draw us closer to your Son Jesus. And may our founders, Francesca Beauty and Maria Rossi, intercede for all of us on this special day of our presentation family. Thank you.
Mary, you ceaselessly points us to the Lord as
The congregation of DPMT was founded in the year 1833 in Italy by Francesca Butti and Maria Rossi, two young women from the same village, born in the same year at the age of 20. In the behold of Mary, Francesca and Maria experienced the fulfillment and joy of life, requiring them with an absolute resolve to the divine will, a total and continued immolation of their lives. From helped by divine grace, they turned to Mary presented in the temple with the words, Trahe me poste, draw me after you. We are therefore called upon to carry their spirit in word and in action, bearing testimony to their vision.
On this very special day, dear to us daughters of presentation, I would like to share with you a brief thought on our charism. The charism of the DPMT is illumined by the mystery of the presentation. In the spirit of the host, we live communion and accept and educate the hearts entrusted to our care, with preference to the little children, young women, and the marginals.
Surrender. The best word I could find to encapsulate my experience of following the Virgin of Nazareth, the Virgin who presented herself in the temple to become the temple of the living God. The woman who embraced the unfolding of God's designs of her life in absolute surrender. The surrender that reverberated in her entire life. It was in my 20s that I started looking at this woman with great admiration and reverence. Since then, she has been the backdrop of my life, adding grace and beauty to the divinely destined lanes of my life. I was fascinated by her intense desire and determination at presentation. Inspired and intrigued by her life in the temple as a silent adorer of God's presence and His word, awe-stricken by her leap of faith at Annunciation, entranced by her inner freedom and confidence at visitation, and deeply moved and challenged by her unwavering faith, indomitable spirit, and quiet strength at the foot of the cross. Astounded at her total identification with God's will, God's plan, God's way of loving. Mystified at the gradual transformation in Mary from the Virgin of Nazareth at Annunciation to the Mother of Humankind at Calvary. An incredulous metamorphosis. Yes, Mary ever stands before me as the epitome of total and unconditional surrender. As life unfolded before me in its own pace and rhythm, I could embrace life's gifts with grace and gratitude. A variety of experiences, unexpected turn of events, unprecedented challenges, and unavoidable road deals that life held. I confess that Mary has been the impetus behind and slowly evolved within a consciousness that everything happens within His design. Giving God the upper hand in my life brought me incredible freedom and inexhaustible peace within. That's the magic of surrender. And surrender in attitude and in action opened up new vistas in the inside world, and a new dawn started emerging. Mary, the exemplar of total surrender and a woman of integrity, who is so humane, so sensitive, so down to earth, so caring, so altruistic, and all inclusive. She impacted me. She taught me how to live my yes to the Lord, to live my surrender, my ultimate prayer. Thank you very much. A happy feast to everyone. God bless.
Most loving Mother, at the tender age of your life, you offered yourself totally to God. Look upon us with your eyes of mercy. Help us to see our fear joyfully each moment of our life. Make us be channels of healing, peace and unity, hope and love. Help us to discern the will of God in all our experiences. Sweet Mother, never allow us to wander away from your guiding light. Lead us constantly to Jesus, your loving Son.
Behold the gracious Mother of Heaven, Mother of thousands more, Mother of God and Mother for other, the woman for young and old. Happy, happy, happy Presentation Day. Happy, happy, happy Presentation Day. Happy, happy, happy Presentation Day. Happy, happy, happy Presentation Day.